When I bought this building, I knew that it had this laminate floating floor. My hope was that I would pull it up and reveal a gorgeous 30-year-old concrete floor. Unfortunately, what I found was at some point in the past, they had vinyl down, and this ugly brown that you see behind me, that's vinyl adhesive. So how do I get it up? Scraping it is an option, but it doesn't do a very good job because it won't get all the glue up. It leaves splotches where that glue just refuses to let go. I could sand it, but what I fear is that this glue is still kind of gummy and it would just wad up a sanding disc. So I found a product called Sentinal 626. It's a vinyl adhesive solvent and remover. Now I've never used it, but my hope beyond hope is that this stuff is going to save the day by softening up this glue and allowing me to easily scrape up the majority of this adhesive. Today I'm going to experiment with the Sentinel 626. The manufacturer recommends you flood the area that you want to remove and let it soak for 45 to 90 minutes. I have some time, so I'm going to let it soak for a few hours. But I also am going to do an experiment in a smaller area where I'm going to let it soak for 45 to 60 minutes and come back and see if I can tell a difference in the ease of removal from one area to the other. The first thing I'm going to do is flood the area with the Sentinel 626 and then come back with a broom and agitate the solution. Okay, that first area has been soaking for about 5 hours, so let's scrape it and see what happens. Now that that's up, I'm going to mop it with some warm water. Okay, the other test area has been soaking for about 1 hour and 15 minutes. Let's see if it's more difficult to get this up than it was the first test area that soaked for about 5 hours. So what's the verdict? Absolutely no difference in the area that I soaked for 5 hours versus the area that I soaked for 1 hour and 15 minutes. They both came up equally the same. So I would recommend you just follow the manufacturer's recommendations and soak it for about 1.5 hours. So what's the yield? The area that I scraped is about 125 square feet, and that's a fair amount more than the manufacturer advertises that you can get from 1 gallon of the product. So in my circumstance, it went a pretty long way. Overall impressions, it works as advertised. I think it's going to save me a lot of time and effort because I've got about 2,500 square feet of floor that I need to scrape. So I think this is going to help me out a lot. So what about odor? There is no odor. I'm in a closed building. I only have a small door open over here. That's all the ventilation I have, but I don't smell anything, so I don't have any concern about fumes or anything like that. How much force or effort did I have to apply to the scraper? Well, that's subjective, but not a lot. I would say a 3 or a 4 on a 10 scale. It came up really easy. Would I recommend the product? Absolutely. It works just like it's supposed to. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it maybe helps you out down the road. Thanks for watching.